I don't personally know any of the passengers that were killed on the Turkish ship. I'm sure most of them were nice people, and maybe a few of them were even sympathetic to Hamas and have bias against the Israeli government. But I still admire the fact that they decided to risk their lives in order to deliver aid to impoverished Palestinians and lift the economic blockade that is imposed on Gaza, which they argued is a form of collective punishment on the 1.5 million of Palestinians living there. And I think they represent what it means to stand in solidarity with other human beings. This is the ultimate solidarity. It's very dangerous. You're dedicating your life to the interests of others who you don't know, and leaving behind your self-interest to live comfortably away from suffering. A lot of people would believe that this is very naive, and most people would not even go to this length for activism. And I can probably not even do something like that. But it is still very admirable, and it's also a grave tragedy because it is clear that most of the world's governments are morally bankrupt, not just any single nation. For example, Israel was recently invited to join the OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, a very prestigious organization with only 31 members, including the United Kingdom, US, Canada, Belgium, Germany, and so on. And the mission is supposedly of the organization is to promote democracy and economic freedom. And all members are rewarded to gain access to the development funds, pension, and monetary fund invested in OECD members country. And the OECD members embrace Israel openly, and to join in to this prestigious club where they can be labeled as a developed democracy. Our government leaders legitimize and rewarded criminal actions all the time, and recently of the Israeli government. The Obama and Harper government embraced the Israeli prime minister when he just came to visit here, and our prime minister fully endorsed the Israeli Defense Force in this latest event. And that's the best our leader can do, is to offer the regret that the IDF murder activists on international water. And we're constantly assaulted daily by a world economy that is guided by a morally bankrupted government and cooperation. And our media and most people are more interested in the latest Sex and the City movie or the iPad or any other thing that consume their daily lives, instead of course, other people and dead bodies and impoverished poverty. And that is what we're used to. But if we all just act a little bit more in solidarity with other human beings. I went to this protest in Toronto yesterday against in front of the Israeli consulate. Just not even a protest, just standing in silence for, even though I was really busy, I just stood there for a few minutes, and there were like 1,000 people turn out there, so it was a really good turnout. And seeing how other people care, act a bit more like the passenger that were killed on the ship, we might have a world that is not dominated by injustice and military might override. If we all like support each other, no matter if we're Israeli, Palestinians, or Muslim, or atheist, or whatever, if we all stand for together and do what is right, doing the right thing is hard. But if we do that, then everyone will benefit.